From Delaware's premier television company comes a new and exciting website, Delaware28.com. On Delaware28.com, you can check on the latest updates on all your favorite shows. Around town, city scene, cook to order, product knowledge, and the Tim Paul Show. And now you can also enjoy our live feed feature where you too can become a star. So don't delay and get on your computer today and check Delaware28.com. Delaware's premier television programming is now your premier website.
Okay, welcome back. We're here with Tom from Two Fat Guys, Tom Kraft, and you're doing the filet with this awesome wasabi caviar sauce, right?
Exactly. It's a petite tenderloin, which is from actually the shoulder of the cow, and it mimics the filet. It's very tender. And we're going to pepper crust it. We're going to make some pita crisps. We're going to make wasabi cream sauce. We're going to roast some red peppers for it. A lot of this stuff can be done ahead of time, a day or two ahead of time if you want to, because it's a cold hors d'oeuvre or appetizer. So
okay.
We go through the steps and show you how we come about the final product. So this is the petite tender, and all we're going to do is take it and just roll it in the pepper. And this is just a table ground pepper. You can get it in the store anywhere. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it in a 350-degree oven for about 14 minutes or so that we can get to that medium rare / rare temperature that we're looking for this particular dish.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and get started on the next piece, which is going to be roasting a red pepper. Now with roasting a red pepper, it's really simple. You just need an open flame, or you can do this in the oven, on a hot oven, 450, even 500. Then you're going to take it and coat it with some olive oil, which I've already done, and just set it there and let it go. And you're looking for it to be black, dark, and all around, so that the skin's going to peel off. But while that's going on, we're going to work on the pita chips. And the pita chips are easy. You're just taking a pita pocket, not a flat pita, but a pita pocket. And you're just going to cut right around the outside of it until you've separated the two halves. Separate the two halves. Now this is going to be, you're going to give it a shot of olive oil. And then you're just going to sprinkle it with a little bit of, I pre-mix my salt and pepper so it's easy. I know I'm going to use it, so I might as well go ahead and pre-mix it. And then this, again, would go into about a 350-degree oven and toast up until it's nice and golden brown, and you end up with something like this, which is going to be really crisp.
Okay.
In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and turn our, see how it's starting to get dark on there? See,
yeah.
That's what you want on the entire pepper. The next step is going to be after the pita chips, and again, these are, all three of these are stuff you can do ahead of time. You can do it the day before. The next step is going to be mixing up our wasabi cream sauce, and this is a real basic sauce. You're going to take a couple tablespoons of good, heavy mayonnaise. I'm just going to flop it right in there. And you're going to take a couple tablespoons of sour cream. Then you're going to take a couple teaspoons of what the tongue?
Oh, good. We were talking about
it
earlier with your fingers, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
So we're going to take about a half a teaspoon of the wasabi cream sauce. So what I like to do is do this all in one bowl, and we're going to put this on the side away from the mayonnaise and the sour cream that's there.
Okay.
We're going to take a little bit of cold water.
I use the tongs this time.
About 1 to 1 on cold water to the cream sauce, and we're going to mix that up until we've got that wasabi flavor. And then we're going to just mix that sour cream and that wasabi together. You see it's kind of got that green,
yeah,
a little bit of green to it.
So when they make the paste like you get at the restaurant, they're starting with the powder and then...
The wasabi paste, the same that you buy in the grocery store, is 1 to 1. It's powder to water, and it makes that paste. The thing with the paste is that it'll tend to dissipate after about 3 hours. It won't be as potent. So the most potent it's going to be is when you make it.
Okay.
So you want to make it...
Now, if you
right
added more than
it.
1 to 1, would it make it hotter?
It will make it hotter.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're going to add a little bit of garlic powder to this. A little bit of onion powder to this. About a quarter teaspoon. You're working on my pepper there.
I'm staying on it. Using the tongs, though.
Some salt and pepper to that as well. We'll mix that around. And the very last thing we want to do, because wasabi can tend to be a little bit bitter, is we're going to take a little bit of honey. And we're going to add that honey in there in order to give it some balance.
Oh,
and this is going to end up being what we use for the topping for this particular dish. So that's your wasabi cream, nice and easy. I've gone ahead and done a couple of peppers just to show what they're going to end up looking like, so we can probably turn this thing off so we don't get hurt.
Thanks.
This is what the pepper is going to look like. You can see how charred it is, And what you're just going to do is, after it sits in that bag for probably about 10 or 15 minutes, it'll cool off enough that you can touch it. It'll be easy to the touch, and you're just going to start peeling that skin right off. And it's kind of a messy job, so you really want to wear gloves when you're doing it. And then you just discard it.
But it's easily coming off.
It is. And what you end up with is this nice pepper hull that you can do a lot of stuff with. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're just going to cut it into julienne strips for the actual garnish of the appetizer. And again, this is stuff that can all be done ahead of time. You don't need too many. We're only going to put a small piece on top of each part of the app. All right, so that's going to be your pepper, and I've got that all done as well. You want to take a little piece before I hit you with the knife and cut your hand?
Uh-huh. Now, never do that, people. Never do that. Reach into a man cutting on a cutting board. I'm a trained professional.
The last step before we start to actually get it together would be to have your pork tender or your beef tender, that rested after it's been cooked, and you're just going to want to take it and slice it thin. You see all the great peppercorns on the pepper crusting on there. You can see it's rare to mid rare. You want a nice thin cut on this, and then this is going to be what goes on top of.
So we're about ready to plate, right?
We're absolutely right there.
All right, cool.
Right there.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to do the lobster. We're going to do this. We're going to plate them all together, and we're going to eat. So stay with us.